Well, hello, model railroading and Southern Railway fans. I'm going to be calling this my Southern Railway Caboose Roundup. And this is basically going to be a review of each one of my cabooses. Probably about half of them I've kit bashed. I'm just going to go through each one and show the different things I've done. This is basically three different types of cabooses. To the rear right are the I think they're Bluford shops transfer cabooses, and then the three to the left of those are Walthers. One of them's a kit, and two of them are the newer Walthers mainline, and then everything else has been kit bashed Athearn. And I'll go through each one and tell you the things I did. Okay, starting with the little guys first. This is a Bluford Shops transfer caboose. This is XC4, and I don't think I did anything to this caboose. It came with no roof walk. I think it comes with Katie's already installed. Lots and lots of details on the car ends, or on the ends of the cars. You've got uncoupling levers, brake wheels, looks like a brake hose there in addition, plus you got the proper painting of the stairs being yellow, separate grab irons near the corners of the caboose itself. Really nice cars. Like I said, this one I don't think I really did anything to, but that's it for this one. Similarly, this is transfer caboose XC1, also one of the newer released Bluford Shops transfer cabooses that I don't think I really did anything to whatsoever. Comes without a roof walk. It's got the smoke stack, smoke jack. On the other one I didn't show you, it's even got some undercar detail, which is pretty impressive. Very impressive car. Now the next two are the original Bluford Shops HO transfer cabooses. These did come with roof walks, which I basically tried to remove, fill the holes, and I think I repainted the roof. And then on both of the two that I'm going to show you here, I've added some firecracker antennas since I was doing roof work anyways. But this is transfer caboose XC22. And this is the last of my transfer cabooses, another one that had a roof walk. This one's definitely got a little bit of discoloration to the roof. Probably want to add some additional weathering to that, but also added a firecracker antenna to that. And this is XC15. Now both of these cabooses are pretty much straight out of the box. These are Walthers mainline. It came out probably, I don't know, 6 months ago. Not too terribly long ago. I know the place that the hobby shop that I go to, Train Store, these pretty much sold out very quickly. But these are Walthers mainline ones that are really very good as far as the detail on them. And I'm trying to I may have told you wrong. Yeah, I think I did. I think this one here that I'm showing you here is actually a kit model, which is just basically a Walthers kit, which comes without a roof walk. I think I bought this already assembled from somebody. These two are the Walthers mainlines, and the car on the right, or the Caboose on the right, X783. I added a firecracker antenna to, and then X771. It's pretty much straight out of the box, and this is basically the same as the Walthers kit. They've just gone ahead and, you know, put really nice glass in. It doesn't have an interior, but you know, the coloring and everything. I really have enjoyed several videos. Other people feel the same way about the Walthers mainline really being a nice line of cars. It's not the most detailed, but it's still very impressive, and you get a good bang for your buck as far as what it costs. Now everything from this point on is going to be Athearn, either blue box or ready to roll, just depending. And all of them have had the roof walks removed, and I actually created a template to go over the top after filling all the holes from the roof walks, and then that sometimes takes 2 or 3 tries with the filling. Then the sanding, you actually have to get a pretty fine file to get in, and you'll notice on some of these, some of my jobs are better than others, but you know, I've also taken frames from other bay window Athearn cabooses, you know, and sometimes put the bodies on it. But I think this was a ready to roll that I basically took the roof walk off, and then added the correct sort of smoke jack and firecracker antenna. Got rid of the ladders. And some of these, I've actually put some end of train markers on a couple of these. I sold them, but don't have any with LEDs at the moment. This is bay window Caboose X270, which also looks like a ready to roll that I think all I did was take off the roof walk. This one looks pretty decent as far as the filling of the holes. They're pretty good size holes. One thing I did neglect to do is fill the holes on the ends where the ladders were, but hey, project for another day. So there's X270. Here we've got X480, which also looks like a ready to roll that has had pretty much just the roof walk taken off, roof repainted, a couple little things added on top. Nothing, no weathering on the roof applied. Decent looking caboose. And here we've got bay window Caboose X515. It's also an Athearn ready to roll that's had its roof walk removed, as well as maybe a little bit of weathering, maybe even unintentional. As far as some of the roof up there, you can see some discoloration. And like I said, you get a very nice car from the Athearn Ready to Roll series, and I'm very happy with this current roster of cabooses that I have. I've sold off several over the last few years, just trying to keep things manageable. Here is a blue box X583, and of course a little less detail on the ends. I think this one just pretty much painted flat black on the ends, metal wheels, some looks like 158s added, and nice decent caboose. I've been showing on most of these, and the ready to rolls, you know, have the correct window configuration really only on one side. And of course, this being an older blue box, you know, the windows aren't right on either side. And but you know, hey, beggars can't be choosers. For years and years, unless you were going to build the right track, which I've never had the courage to even attempt. You know, it's just now you're starting to get some really good, more modern ones that have a little better window orientation. And here's another blue box, X591. I think that's a pretty popular one as far as out of the box blue box. Interesting story behind several of my blue box kits. I went to a train show up in Lynchburg, Virginia, and somebody who has a steady hand actually outlined all the windows on these blue boxes with a silver Sharpie. I don't have the steadiness for that, but I literally swapped out. I bought all the ones he had just because I thought they looked so good. But they didn't come that way. He did that with a Sharpie. And of course the ready to rolls already have that incorporated in their paint job. But I was pretty impressed, so I swapped out a bunch of bodies and redid the roofs just to get that silver trim around the windows like that. Alright, here's one with definitely some more severe weathering up on the roof. This is a blue box X614, and sorry about that, I was looking over the camera, should be looking through the camera. And this is a decent caboose. You know, not every caboose out there is going to have a yellow bay window, and this of course looks pretty much right out of the box, other than taking off the roof walk and correcting some of the details on top. And this caboose here is X3201, which is a little bit damaged. I just noticed one of these needs to be glued back on there, but the paint on this one is amazing as far as all the grab irons and whatnot that have been painted. I did have to remove the roof walk. Now on this one, either I didn't get around to putting on the smoke jack, or I was going to leave it off, but I remember this one because one, the window configuration is really neat. Athearn does a neat job of blocking windows out so that you can see they've been blocked out, but most of the cabooses that I've seen on rosters from Southern Railway typically were only 3-digit. I know they had some 4 digits, but this is the only 4-digit one that I have. But definitely a nice looking caboose. And the last 2 cabooses I've got, I didn't even realize I had any. These are ones that I actually painted the entire shelves and used dry transfers, removed the roof walks, filled in all the holes, painted the roof, then weathered the roof, and then added the firecracker antennas as well as the smoke jacks. This X613, you know, I kind of freelanced the little safety first down there on, I think that's a battery box. Let's see what the other side looks like. Athearn does have a pretty decent glass kit that you can buy separately for adding glass to these cabooses, which I highly recommend if you're ever trying to work on one. But this is an older sort of beat up one that, you know, obviously still needs to have some yellow highlights put on it and stuff, but it would work on the end of a train. I think it's important to have a caboose. I come from a period of time where a train just, you know, was naked without a caboose on the end. I guess I'm dating myself a little bit, but Sorry, that's just the way I feel. Anyways, last but not least, here is a blue box shell that I believe I added and put, I want to say on a CSX bay window that had a lot of yellow on both end platforms, which it's got a little bit of white there on the steps, but I still thought it looked pretty decent. So I basically did all my roof work, and then pretty decent heavy weathering job. And you can tell, of course, the smaller plastic handrails on each end. But that's pretty much it. That's all the cabooses I've got, and I don't think I need any more, and I don't think I'll be getting rid of any of them in the near future. But appreciate you watching. Take care.